Sup peeps, and you might be wondering why I've started off on my videos on YouTube. I'm just going to go sort by the added oldest, and we're going to go through the history of my AMVs. Now, we're going to be doing 3 videos per reaction. I put a poll up a few weeks back saying if you'd want to see me react to my old anime music videos, and even though I didn't get that many votes, the response was yes. So let's react to my old AMVs. Now, if you don't know a bit of history about me, it's a good place to start. I've been a weeb since I was in diapers, pretty much. I've been watching anime, reading manga, and all that good stuff since I was a tot. Let's just put it that way. You know, we had some apt anime channels like Fox Kids. I know you guys in America had like a block on WB Kids that was Fox Kids, but we had our own TV channel, Fox Kids, which showed a lot of anime, stuff like Digimon, Shin-Chan. Not your American one that's more like South Park, but one that was more faithful to the original Japanese. Card Captors, Sailor Moon, from the Time Detective. What else was there on Fox Kids? Come on, there was a lot on Fox Kids. There was a lot more than that, I swear. Pardon me. Yeah, Fox Kids was most likely my introduction to kids anime. Then Toonami, which once again, our own station here in the UK. Toonami had way bigger selection of more adult orientated anime. Like we had One Piece, not One Piece, sorry, that was on Toonami. Outlaw Star was what I was meant to say. We had Outlaw Star, which was unedited, so you had the swearing. You had Melfina that was completely naked in the box rather than having a swimsuit or bikini or whatever it was that covered her up. We had the Hot Springs episode. We had all of it. We had Big O, Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, various other stuff. On the Sci-Fi Channel in like 2000, when I was like 7, I saw Metropolis, and I also saw Rouge and Z. Film 4 used to do Japanese with English subtitles Studio Ghibli months, where they used to show all the Studio Ghibli movies, but in Japanese with English subtitles, and that was like before I even knew what the internet was. Well, no, I knew what the internet was, but it was before I had common access to the internet, so it was like 2002, 2003. Yeah, so I was exposed to anime. I knew it was different. I was exposed to anime culture. I was exposed to Japanese with English subs. I was exposed to all of it from a young age, and it grew into a rather healthy obsession, shall we say, where I started to make anime music videos. Now, I started off on YouTube in 2006. I started making AMVs February 2006. Now, this is before YouTube was brought up by Google. I had over 100 AMVs on my channel. My channel got banned shortly after YouTube took over due to tons of random copyright infringement strikes happening to all sorts of channels. So I lost everything. I had to start. So I started using, was it Putlocker or Putfile? I think it was Put. Which was the one where you could upload to, not the one with the movies. Whichever one was, I think it was Putfile. I started uploading my AMVs on Putfile. Then I got a live video account, started uploading them on there. I had an AMV.org account, uploading them on there. And I came back to YouTube in 2008. And this is from where I first started uploading in 2008. Now I've had that backstory information. I was also homeschooled from the year 7, which is age 11 through 12, where I wasn't homeschooled. I just spent all my time online watching anime, reading manga, playing video games, listening to music on MSN Messenger, on AIM, on Gaia Online, on Arlong Park, on Naruto fans, on AvatarSpirit.com, Game FAQs. You know, all these, you know, major places where people congregated back in the day. I was big in the scene. I wasn't well known, but I was big into the scene. Now, anyways, this is an AMV that was originally uploaded to my live video account, and it was one of the few that I managed to move over onto my main channel. This one was inspired by the AMV Tyvus Leo Naruto, I think it was. Basically, it's Naruto with the Tyvus Leo Tulta song from Terrace Batoli, a Swedish heavy metal band. And the AMV inspired me to make one that was based on various different anime. So an anime mix. It was probably my first anime mix AMV, whereas normally I was making singular based AMVs. So let's get into it. b-daman and One Piece so far. Sonic X. Turn it down a little bit. Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, sorry to pause it so quickly, but you see how it was lagging a bit there on the Yu Yu Hakusho scene, where Urashima was getting pummeled. It's because I used to use this website, I can't remember the name of it, but they used to upload they used to upload anime episodes in .rm format, which is Real Media Video format. Real Media, because I used Windows Movie Maker back then, did not import into Windows Movie Maker, so I had to convert the files myself through any video converter into Windows Movie Video (WMVs) in order to import them into Windows Movie Maker to edit the clips. That's how invested into making AMVs I was. I was downloading incorrect video formats to convert myself to then break into clips to then edit into AMVs. That's how invested I was into this whole scene. So just put some context on it. And this was 13 years ago. I'm not quite sure when I uploaded this exactly, but it was 2008. I like how I put pistol tool to pistol on the subtitles. I've always liked that little touch I did. Used to have such a crush on her as a kid. I like how I managed to do this stop here when the music stopped, and then once the music starts back up, that's when the dragon appears. Like, it was such basic editing back then, in 2007, 2008, but I enjoyed like little moments like that, you know? I think you can see what anime I was into in 2008, eh? In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, Russian Standard with a nice bit of Dr. Pepper. Paranoia Agent, another classic anime that's so overlooked these days. Medabots, another one of my childhood anime. I had a little Rakusho that you had to build like a model, like it was brilliant. Enies Lobby was like the most epic thing in anime ever back then. Like the scene of them walking forward. Tenjo Tenge, an anime that was cut off way too short. The manga was so much better. I'd love to get back into making AMVs again. And in fact, I have Igarashi. I'll have a laptop, Dragon Slayer. I'll have a laptop as I'm uploading this video, this week. So higher quality content, maybe new AMVs, all sorts to be coming from this channel. Streaming, everything. So I've got internet now as well. Overall, I'm not greatly impressed with that AMV of mine. It's not great, but it was my first ever mixed anime music video. Pardon me. So, for a first time using multiple anime to try and make an AMV, it's okay, I suppose. Next is A Place for N-Juice Head. Now this was when I was big into the Battle b-daman fandom, hot off of being really into the Beyblade fandom. Now, I was also big into Linkin Park at the time, being an emo kid. So, and AMVs and Linkin Park, they go hand in hand. Let's be real here. Don't know why it's lagging. But yeah, so let's be real. Like, it goes hand in hand, and it just seemed to work quite well with Enju's past and his father, and how he didn't want to out to be his father. His father was blinded by greed, and the song goes on about how the protagonist's father is blinded by greed and not wanting to end up like them. So in a way, the song really fits Enju, and I thought that was really good, so I went for it. Also, I used to have a huge crush on Enju as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. I like how that kind of like linked together, that but done with the can. Why is my camera lagging so much?
Watch how the moon sits in the sky on a dark night, shining with the light from the sun. The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the moon's gonna owe it one. It makes me think of how you act for me. You do favors there rapidly. You just turn around and
Oh, sorry I paused. It's just my camera's lagging for some reason. I don't understand why.
asking me about things that you want from me. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like oh you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest.
And you'll see in a minute what I mean by feed your place for greed.
Maybe someday I'll be just like you and step on people like you do and run away all the people I thought I knew. I remember back then who you were. You used to be calm, used to be strong, used to be generous, but you should have known that you wear out your welcome, and now you see how quiet it is all alone. I'm so sick.
See ya, that's what I mean. Like, it's still basic editing, but the storyline is there, you know? Oh, and Enju is straight up murderer, by the way. Like, he killed his dad. He killed those two guys. Like, I love the way I mix that with his expression, though. Like, once again, not one of my best AMVs, but you can see that the premise is there, you can see there's a storyline there, that the music fits with the scenes, that I edited certain clips to fit with like the action happening as well as with like facial expressions, the fact that certain lyrics match with different aspects of the series, like the whole greed thing and his father. You can see that I put some thought and effort into it, still not one of my best. Now, the next one is a little bit of a special one. This one is Beyblade G-Revolution AMV Brooklyn's 99 Dreams. Now, this was my first ever AMV February 12th, 2006. However, this version is a remaster because I lost all of my original AMVs when my YouTube channel went down. But the one thing you'll never forget is the first video you ever created. And I still remembered every scene that I used and all of the AMV, I can remember all of it and how it went down. So I remastered it with new clips, with because the way I made the AMV in the first place was through using other people's AMVs, because back in 2005, 2006, it was so difficult to get hold of Beyblade episodes. You'd find maybe 4 or 5 on a Beyblade fan site, and then maybe you'd also find some AMVs as well on that fan site. You wouldn't find like the series, you wouldn't find torrents for it, you wouldn't find anything for it. So I was mostly using like the clips that was available out of the episodes that I was able to get, which was no more than maybe 10 episodes out of 150 episodes, sorry. And then AMVs, which is people's already made anime music videos that I was just taking clips out of, edits included. You know, it's not my finest moment, but it's where I started from. And then just like editing their edits to my edit. And I know that's not the greatest thing to admit to, but considering the lack of clips out there at the time, it's all I could do. So then when I came back to YouTube in 2008, I decided I'd take it upon myself to recreate my first ever AMV. So in 2008, I remade my first AMV after 2 years. And this is the amalgamation of me recreating my first ever AMV. So here we go. Miguel was like a sudden fall to gravity. But yeah, so that's my first 3 AMVs on this channel. And like I said, that one that we just watched was my first ever AMV but recreated. All my first AMVs from back when I first started all got to history. They don't exist anymore. They're just gone. Because I didn't think to back them up. I didn't think I'd need to back them up. I was like 12 when I started. And like that happened when I was like 14. So do you really expect a 14-year-old to have a backup system? No. So all my old AMVs are gone, but this is the beginning of a series which I like to call British Weeb Reacts to their old AMVs. Hey, it rhymes. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, hit that like button. If you disliked it, drop a comment down below and tell me why you disliked it. Let me know what you liked about my AMVs, what you disliked about my AMVs, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Yeah, it would be greatly appreciated, and you'll be able to see much more exciting content than this. With that being said, namaste and peeps out peeps.